Hello, welcome back. Oh, hello there. Welcome back to the Brown Jewels. I'm Ralph Brown. Thanks for coming back to the podcast. And thank you very much to everyone that took the time to message me to slag me off for having baby fucking reflux. Thank you very much for that. Every single message of abuse was received very welcomely. So I cannot thank you enough for supporting me at this very tough time in my life. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's fucking good. But I mean, aside from that, so aside from the light cyberbullying, which I can handle, fucking it, my voice is back, baby. My voice is back. I'm fucked off that silly diet where I wasn't eating anything like pizzas. That's not staying around. The pills are working, so we're going back on in there. I'll probably have reflux this time next week, but I don't care. I'm eating the things I love. Can't go on living my life like that. January's as bleak as it comes, so not doing that. No, I'm not doing that for the rest of my life. So, yeah, abuse welcomed, but more importantly, disease overcome for now. I'm not a bloody good feeling. It's been back on stage loads this month, doing loads of gigs, and my voice hasn't got out. That's what you want as a stand-up comedian. You want to be able to talk without running out of breath every few seconds. It's the dream. That is my dream, and it has come true. I wonder what the fuck has been happening since that last episode. It was like a long time ago. It was 18th of January. That was the same day that Dragonfly Comedy, Good Egg Comedy, new comedy night at Dragonfly in Edinburgh has launched. What a bloody good launch it was. Packed out room for the first night. So, looks like we've got another good night on our hands, sharing that with Ross Leslie, although he's fucking off to Australia for a few weeks. So, it's going to be all me. But get on down to Dragonfly if you fancy it. Got Danny Boy. Old Danny Boy. Managed to get Danny Boy in for a few gigs the next 2 weeks. He's doing a tour. What is it he's going? Like Adelaide. So, managed to shoehorn him in to the new gigs at Dragonfly. That's class. I love that. Did 2 gigs at Monkey Barrel on Sunday night. Gigged with a comedian never gigged with before. Sarah Keyworth. Holy shit. That's so funny. Like, genuinely, one of the most relaxed, funny people, insanely good crowd work. I was sitting in the back, absolutely pissing myself the whole time. And I think I said about like 4 or 5, brilliant fit, Sarah. Like, fucking have some more conversation about yourself, Ralph. Fuck's sake. But, Christ. But anyway, go and check out Sarah Keyworth online. The crowd work clips are just, but yeah, go and watch. You'll enjoy. I think the day after the last episode when I was doing tour support for Connor Burns down in Salford. That's it. Salford, not Salford. Like little weird little people say Salford, apparently. So, Salford. Did that at the Lowry Theatre down with Connor. That was fucking cool. That was my first taste of tour support, big venue. I enjoyed it. There was like dressing rooms, sound checks. Bloody hell. It had it all. And the gigs, the audience, fucking brilliant. Connor sold it out and then just smashed for like over an hour. So that was class to watch. That was fun to watch. Good to go a wee jaunt down there. Got loads more coming up. I can't even think. I think the next one's Aberdeen. The next one's Aberdeen, 11th of February. Can't wait to go back to Aberdeen, that place that always have mental gigs at, and there's a bit of my set slagging Aberdeen. So that's going to be fun. And also in big news, the podcast studio at Monkey Barrel's had a revamp, new tech, loads of new shit. I'm going to have my own set design in there for when I'm in there. So that was getting done in the last week, I think. So that's all done. Unit Monkey Barrel has absolutely smashed the shit out of that. So I've got a cool new podcast studio to sit in for when I'm getting guests in. Hopefully doing 2 this weekend. Let's hope they don't fucking cancel like all the other bastards. I think that was a bit. No, hold on. Wait. hosted Red Raw last week in Glasgow. Put a wee clip out of it. I've got another wee clip to put out of that. Keep calling them wee clips. Well, I've got a wee clip to put out. I've become that guy this week. Made the leap into buying a camera to film gigs to do more of these. And the leap has ended up with me being in a big pile of shite to begin with. Unsurprising. No one will be surprised to hear what happened here. Tried to buy a camera, out my depth, bought one I shouldn't have, and bought one I need to buy a lot more for it to even barely work, because I didn't read any of the instructions, any of the details of how to work a fucking camera. I thought you could just buy a camera, click it, and it would work. No, that's not what you do, you silly tit. Just wanted a camera that I could hit a button and it would record me talking. Now I've haven't been fucking learning about shutter speed, aperture, and ice and light. Just let me point the fucking camera at something and just let me film it. Why am I needing to know all this? I don't want to have to know all this. I went on Amazon, I saw there was a deal on a camera that's been mentioned to me by a few people, and I was like, well, that's class. That's like £200 cheaper than what they were saying it cost. So I'll just get that. And there was like an option for just have like the basic model, or you can get one with like lenses and memory card and everything like that. And I was like, fuck that. Not doing all that. Let me just get the basic one. And I've made out like an absolute bandit here. This is class. When I clicked buy now on the basic version, it should have flashed up a warning to say, are you sure? Are you sure you do not want to buy the accessories with this camera? Are you sure? It should have said, if you do not buy them, the camera will not work. You need a fucking lens and you need a memory card. No one told me this, man. I kind of get the memory card thing. I'll give them that. I should have got that. But a fucking lens? Didn't know I needed that, man. I have had to watch so many YouTube videos just to understand the bare minimum about this. So many. Like, I don't want an education. I don't want a degree in photography. I just want to hit a little button, hit a little fucking red button and record. That's all I want to do. Now I'm watching these YouTubers. They'll smash that little bit like this. Shut up. Let's start with you shutting up. I'm sitting there getting lectures on photography from these weird little guys that are sitting in their bedroom wearing sunglasses indoors, man. I'm not getting lectured from you. It's hard to put into words my feelings about photographers. I like some of them. Some people are in it for the right reason. Some people are like, oh yeah, I like taking photos of stuff. Isn't that a cool photo? Then there's other kind of people, and I say people, it's men, and they're fucking wee, creepy wee photographers. Like, that's the thing. They're just a creepy wee worm with a camera. And I'm hoping you're going to know what I'm talking about here. I think you kind of know. I hope you do. Like, it's the same kind of guy. If he's not into photography, then he's probably got a modified car with like tinted windows and probably like a 19-year-old girl in his passenger seat. You know what I'm talking about? You know the type of guy I'm talking about, right? I get weird vibes off them is what I'm trying to say, and I don't want to be lectured by these people on fucking YouTube in a situation where I'm already angry at myself because I didn't research it properly. So I'm already angry, and now I'm even angry I haven't listened to these people, is what I'm trying to say. This was genuinely one of the opening lines on the videos. He went, hey guys, welcome to my video. And he's like, you could have got a different type of camera with a built-in lens, but you didn't. You got the one with the interchangeable lens. And I was like, that's where I've gone wrong. I didn't know that was a thing. And 2 minutes later, said a sentence that still makes my skin crawl. He went, if you're a power user like me, you want to shoot raw and oh, you're a power user, are you? Oh, good for you, wee man. Good for you. Who the fuck calls himself a power user of anything? That's embarrassing. I was already humiliated on behalf of this little freak, and now I'm having to hear him talking about being a power user. So I'm now at rock bottom. I need to buy a lens for a camera, and I don't know if you know much about camera lenses, but some of them are 3 or 4 times the price of the camera. Why is that? What are we doing here? Why are we not just building this in to the overall cost of the camera? So people who, yes, people make mistakes on Amazon. We need to be forgiving of that. But build it all in. Don't have it as like separate. Because I tell you what, when you've just fucking bought a camera and then you realise you need to buy like 3 or 4 more cameras, the price of the camera, plus a memory card, plus a wee bag, you are nothing short of devastated. And even more devastated, it's when you do those Google searches. And I wonder if everyone does this the same as me. I wonder if this is how other people's brains operate. You'll start off a Google search, right? And you'll go like, best. So for example, I went like, best camera lens Sony UK 2024. And it shows you the price. And you go, I don't have that much money, and I never will have that much money to afford a best version. So you take your wee mouse, or if you're on a mobile, your little greasy little finger, and you move it up to the search bar, and you delete best, and you put in cheapest, because you are now very well aware of where you are in the grand scheme of things. I'm like, I thought I wanted best. I don't. I want a cheap imitation of the best. I want an own brand version of a lens. Give me something dog shit, just so I can make this camera work. Just so I don't have to listen to any more of these creepy men on the internet. I don't have to listen to them. So I feel like I like photography. I like some of it. But it's just some of the people, just abysmal wee creatures out there that are just like, well, take your picture. Fuck that. Hate them. But I like some of it. Genuinely do. Like the kind of whole like wildlife photography. I love that stuff. Love it. You know, the whole kind of blue planet out there, getting in amongst it, getting pictures of that stuff. I love that. I mean, I'm not a fan of when these guys are like, there's like an animal that's flipped upside down and it's gonna drown or something like that, or it's got its head stuck in a bucket, and these guys are like, we can't interfere with nature. We have to just let the animal die, or something like that. That wasn't a David Attenborough impression, by the way. I just need to say that right now. That was just a voice of a guy that I think sounds really annoying. Because he's out there and he's just left a zebra to fucking fall off a cliff. Because you can't, just fucking help it, mate. Turn off your camera and help them. That's the only thing that's stopping them from helping. Like, you've got your camera. Just turn your camera off then. You're allowed to do that, you know. Turn the camera off, go and help it. I don't know if anyone would be into this, but there's a thing, it's called the Natural History... I can't even talk. The Natural History Museum Wildlife Photographer of the Year. That's class. Have you ever seen this? Look it up. There's some mad shit going on in the jungles, and these people are taking pictures of it. It's like a big competition every year. Like, who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the loser? I don't think they do losers, actually. They probably should do losers. But I think they can just celebrate talent. Like, well, that's very fair. It's a big thing down in London, and then they put all the pictures up online. I went through it. I went through every picture. It takes a long time for the pictures to load. I closed the last picture and it said, oh, coming soon to Edinburgh, the whole exhibit that you can see in person. And I was like, fuck my life. I can't believe I just sat there wasting my time on this shit. Some of the pictures are amazing. You know, you can have a wee description underneath. To be honest, does get a bit boring. They start talking about what lens they're using and the camera and the light, and I'm like, boring. Just tell me about the picture, mate. And it's very David Attenborough in the old blabs, because they give it like 4 words in, and it's guilt tripping you about climate change, just saying everything's going to die, we're all screwed, none of us stand a chance, whatever this species is, they're going to die. I'm like, right, okay, keep it light for the description, keep it light. There's also a new section this year on animal cruelty, which was not great. You know, you're meant to be introducing cool new categories of things, like when the Oscars do it and stuff like that, you'd be like, best. It should be best. It shouldn't be like showing me harrowing images of animals getting abused. I don't want to fucking see that, mate. I don't want to see that. Let's have a cheerier category next year, please. Like happiest monkey. Or like a category where you put sunglasses on polar bears or something a bit more uplifting than animal cruelty. Come on, read the room, guys. It's already depressing as fuck with the climate change stuff. Cheer us up. I promise you, just go and look this up. It is good. There's loads of good pictures. There is, I think there's like a section on like plants where there's just like some shit. Someone's taking a picture of some algae growing on a root or a mushroom. When someone's taking a picture of that and submitted it, it's like, I kind of get what you're saying, but I'm not really classing it as wildlife. I'm not going to give you a mushroom as wildlife. And I know I said I like it, it's cool, and everything like that, but there's also, I mean, that's kind of what I'm into, is looking at that and then going, that's a bit stupid. Why'd you say that? That's really embarrassing. They say a lot of stupid shit in this, and this is the kind of bit when I'm like, oh, these people. Like, talking about mushrooms, there's a caption in the one of them, and it just said, long fascinated by fungi, the photographer headed into the forest in search of his muse despite the rain. Right, so you tell me it's raining, and you were like, you looked at the window and went, banging, I'm going to go find my muse, which is a mushroom. How badly is he taking the divorce that he's out there in the rain taking pictures of a mushroom? What happened? Good God, man. There's one that jumped out at me as another one to be like, that should not be in here. That's not a picture of wildlife. Someone, and I'm not joking you when I say this, someone watched a pigeon fly into a window. It left an imprint on the window, and this person took a picture of the pigeon imprint on the window and sent it in to a wildlife photography competition. Mate, you've taken a picture of double glazing. I don't give a fuck what the imprint is. That's not wildlife. Then it starts giving you tips on what to do with your windows to stop birds flying into them. Not only have I just loaded it up, a photography competition, and I'm looking at a picture of a window, I'm now getting told I need to change my house to stop birds flying at my window. Guess what? I'm just not going to tell you if it happens. I'm definitely not going to take a fucking picture of it and enter it into competition like a lunatic. Now, I think this is where my big problem comes with anything like this, because there's a lot of them. They obviously, they've gone to effort to get these pictures, and each to their own. But in some of these descriptions, you kind of just want to just give them a wee ring and just go, is there nothing else going on in your life? Is this it? Is this all you've got going on? Because one of them, the caption just said, Jerry spent a day squatting under spider webs. Jerry. How have you got a spare day in your calendar to just go and lie on the floor underneath? Squatting. He's squatting, which is the international verb for looking like you're doing a shit. So he's pretending he's doing a shit under spider webs for a day. That's too much time, Jerry. It gets worse. Some guy spent 6 months in the jungle to get some pictures of ants. I just feel like there's better things you can be doing with your time. I just don't know if that's a good use of a life. I'm going to take 6 months off. I'm going to go to a jungle on the other side of the world. And every day I'm going to get up and take pictures of ants. Why are you doing this? Weird people. I love this. This made it feel so good. Because the one right after that, someone called Caitlin Henderson from Australia, was in her kitchen. She had an unexpected guest on a balcony as a possum was snacking on something on her kitchen windowsill. And I burst out laughing at that because Caitlin got a highly commended award for this. And she was just chilling in her kitchen. Meanwhile, this fuckwit has spent 6 months taking pictures of ants. The other one squat under a spiderweb for a day. And this Caitlin just opened the window and just went, ching, take a picture, won an award. Brilliant. I would love to have seen the faces of those two guys when they realised they had wasted their time. They didn't even win a prize. They just kind of listed in it. Got to give a special shout out. We always give a special shout out on this podcast to Etienne France from Switzerland, who is one of the biggest chances in this whole competition. Because what he did, he took a picture. He tried to take some picture of some ducks, and it turned out very blurry. Now, I don't know much about photography, but this is a blur. This is just the whole picture is a giant blur. And Etienne, this sneaky little fuck, in his wee description was just like, oh yeah, no, I took a picture, but it's like an impressionist view. It's like a painting. It's all blurry, but that was deliberate because it's meant to be like a painting. And I was like, you fucking dirty bastard. You can't just take a blurry picture and then go, nah, that was meant to be impressionist. It's meant to look like a painting. That's what this is about. Anytime I take a picture from now on and it's blurry, I'll just go, sorry mate, trying to be Monet. I think he's an impressionist. If I tell you what, I'm actually going to have to Google that. If Monet was an impressionist, I'm going to be bloody happy with it. Oh, yeah, fucking, come on. Just named an impressionist off the top of my head, come on. And one of the last ones made me laugh so much. Not due to the content, but it was a stranded orca whale. Good picture. Nothing to say about the picture. But the wee caption, it goes, if you find a stranded orca whale, don't attempt to rescue it itself. Won't be doing that. And it even goes on to say, its teeth and tail are very dangerous. Yeah, I'm not going to go up to a fucking orca, even if it's lying on a beach, and try and drag it back in the water. Not going to happen. Then it goes, if the whale's alive, call the British Divers Marine Life Rescue. And then the final line, and this is the best part, it goes, if the whale is already dead, send us photographs of the whale. You're just like, it was just so concerned. Like, oh my God, if call search and rescue. Don't attempt to save it, but if it's dead, we'd love to see some pictures of a dead whale. We'd fucking love that, man. These weird people, man, honest to God. Get rid of most of them. Get rid of all the plants, all that stuff. I tell you what, I think the whole point of this was me saying, oh, I'm going to have a camera sitting, I'm going to fucking enter this competition and I'm going to win it. I'm going to, encourage animals to slam into my window. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I haven't really thought this through now that I've just said that sentence for the first time. I'm just going to take pictures of loads of fucking shit. I'm going to take, try and get a giraffe to slam its head into my double glazing. Enter it into the competition. Just take some absolute dog shit. And I'm going to enter it. And I'm going to try and win it. I'm going to be one of these guys. And then I'm just going to say in the blurb, I live in Scotland. Climate change is class. We're having amazing summers now. Yes, please bring on the extra degrees. Either that, or I'm probably just going to film some very badly lit crowd work gigs, stick them on Instagram, and they're going to get about 3 likes. One of the two things is going to happen. I don't know which one. I think we can all guess. I think you can probably guess. But if you do see some of these clips, this is me literally trying to go, I'm going to put more effort in it. If you see them, even if you don't like it, just give it a wee like, a wee share, anything like that. That'd be class. I would appreciate that. It helps. Even if you do not like it, that's the main. If you do not like it, you're like, I'm not a fan of that. Hit the like anyway. If you listen to this, you might as well. Just a wee helping hand. Anyway, right. Thank you very much for listening to the Brown Joes. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Got more coming up for you in coming weeks. Send it to the Patreon if you want more. Thank you very much. Goodbye.